guys, and welcome back to my channel. I do want to firstly apologise. I did say I wanted to do weekly uploads and I haven't. I've been quite busy, but there's literally no excuse, so I'm on it. I'm going to try and do, I would say, film 2 or 3 videos in a day and see what happens. May as well just make the most of it. But today I thought to do a haul, and then I just had this feeling that I just needed to come on here, talk to you guys about university. I know it is April, but I know a lot of people are looking into universities, and I went to NTU, and it's just, my last video did quite well. Well, my first ever video on university did quite well, so I thought I may as well just say to you guys what happens in the second year and so on and so forth. So if that's what you're looking for, then look no further. I will be answering some questions. I also usually have like some DMs that people send me, so if you are one of those people, I will answer most of your questions in this video. I do get quite a lot of international students. I don't know of any international students, but I will try and answer your questions the best that I can. So let's just literally just go straight through. First question is it hard to find your way around when you first get to university? So for me, it wasn't that bad because my campus was a little bit out of uni. So you had Clifton and City campus, and I used to go to the City one, but I didn't have any of my classes there. I would actually have my classes, I would say 10-15 minutes away from City campus, but if I needed to study, I would go in the City library. It's literally the most easiest campus, I would say, to walk around. I never went to Clifton, only because there was obviously nothing there for me, but it's a very easy city to get around and to know. I know it can be a little bit daunting when you do get onto campus. When you get onto campus, there are a lot of people who are aunties and uncles who kind of like take care of you and will kind of like let you know or budge you to, you know, like help you in a way. So I'm pretty sure there'll be a lot of people there, because it can be very daunting leaving your parents, even if you're an international student, leaving your own country to go and study. But I would say it's a pretty simple campus to get around. So the next one is, how would you rate Nottingham and NTU out of 10? So when I was there, through my first video, if you're new, if you didn't, then the link is up here. For my first and second year, I actually commuted from Derby, so I used to take the Red Arrow. Even then, I absolutely love Nottingham. I do still go back, even if it's for a night out, a few drinks with friends. It's just the best, most amazing place ever. Nottingham's nightlife is far better than Derby from where I am. So I just absolutely love it, and I think it's one of those things where if you feel comfortable, then you can thrive in whatever you're doing. And I found myself more at Nottingham Trent, and it's just one of those things where I thought, you know, it's one of the places where I really felt at ease, and I was just excited to go forth with my university course and everything. But Nottingham out of 10, I would say probably a 9.5. It is a good city. And NTU, I have no faults about NTU. I absolutely loved it. So it was a 10 out of 10 for me. The next one is, what would you say is the best way to make friends and socialise? So again, I did talk about this in my last video, but with second year, I think you kind of already have your own friends. And it's one of those things, if your friends do live in different places, it's kind of nice to get to know their friends and the people that they've basically like lived with in their apartment. So that's how I got to know my friends. So one of my friends would know another friend, and that friend would know someone else. So that's how I made friends. It's a lot easier to socialise in that kind of way. If you're a little bit introverted, then I would say like go to one of these, I would say go to a club, not go to like a dancing club, I mean like go to one of these places that if you're interested in something, say, I don't know, like saying if you're an advocate for Sikhi or Sikhism, there are kind of societies that you can go to and talk about that, or find people who are interested in certain similar things that you're interested. And I think that really does help if you're introverted, because then you get to know people who are kind of in tune with what you like, and that's probably the best way to make friends. So within your second year, it's one of those things where it is fairly different. A lot of the coursework that I got, it was very full on. So when I did go to NTU and I was with the institution with confetti, it was one of the things where I knew it would be harder, but I don't know if it was down to my work ethic or something like that. I think I just wasn't with it. Unfortunately, it was one of those things that I didn't know how to start on doing the work, or how to basically pass, if that's a thing, because I was so worried that I wouldn't pass my second year, because it was so much harder. A lot of people actually did drop out, and it was just one of those things where I second guessed myself quite a lot, and unfortunately university can do that. And it's one of those things, as long as you talk to your friends, your family, I'm sure there's societies that you guys can talk to, please make use of them. Even though the coursework is hard, make sure you stick to your timetable, and within your timetable you get in front of your work. That is the best advice that I can give you. I know a lot of people did their work and kind of put it off, which is me. Not gonna lie, I was one of those people to kind of put off the work, and it came all at once where I didn't know where to start. I didn't know what course to start with. I didn't know what essay I should write. It was literally all over the place, and I wouldn't say to anyone who was doing university to leave your work last minute. First year you could probably do it, because I don't really think the first year matters, and that's just me, that's honestly my opinion. I felt like everyone passed with flying colours that year, but second year is literally the year where it gets down and dirty, and if you're not in like a right mindset within that, then you can literally just give up so easily, in the best way and the best sense. But second year isn't all that bad. I think with me, what it was is that there was just a lot more coursework and a lot more modules that I had to have. But I loved all my lecturers. They really helped me if I was struggling. If I didn't know anything, they really did help me, so I can't fault them for that. I would say second year it was getting a lot for me, only because I was commuting. So when I did commute, obviously your timetable changes. So instead of, I would say, 3 days I was in 4 days. Obviously university is fairly different. You can be in the morning half a day or a whole day the next day. But being up and down with a lot of my schedule and a lot of my university work, it was one of those things where I really realised, okay, I need to live out for third year. Unfortunately, I understand if you can't say that to your parents. I fully get it. I understand, and it's one of those things where maybe your parents might not want you to live out, which is totally understandable. It is very costly. But I thankfully had a lot of really good friends behind me who would let me stay at theirs in Nottingham. We would study together, and we would celebrate like at the weekend. And I think it's really nice to kind of have that concept of, a home away from home, and that's what my friends did for me, so I can't fault them for that, and I really do thank them because it really did help. Again, in second year, I think there was just a lot of shit going on in Nottingham, like, mind my language, but I honestly do not remember second year because there was just so much going on. One thing I would say to everybody is please duplicate your work, make sure you save it on a hard drive. Just don't be as stupid as me. I made the worst error and I just kept all of my stuff saved on my laptop, and my laptop crashed, my MacBook went, and I had to somehow edit a video, and I don't even know how, like, I passed thankfully, but I don't even know how I did it. The next one I would say, is there any opportunity to do placements? Now, I didn't do a placement, I knew a few people that did, but I think a placement course is called a sandwich course. I don't know if I'm right. If I'm not, I do apologise, but I think that means when you do your first year, you basically study. For your second year, you have to work and do a placement within a certain place that you want to basically have a job in. Then you would do your third and final year. I don't know if that's real or not, unless I've made it up. I don't know. But I will like leave a description or pause this video right now and just explain it a little bit more. So what are the prices of food and drink at the university? So, a very broad question. I would say because I was commuting, I didn't actually, no, that's a lie, I did eat out. They have things like Taco Bell, Greg's, we have Tortilla, we have Slug of Lettuce, like there's so many places. You can also go to the NTU campus, you can get like little sandwiches, you can get drinks. I know there's like a coffee, Starbucks, it's like Starbucks coffee in the city campus library, which yes, I absolutely loved every single day. Yeah, it was just one of those things where literally it was like, it wasn't that bad. I know a lot of people would eat out quite a bit, but I think it's just obviously money-minded people, making sure that you're saving, cooking from home. Try and cook from home, I would say. Even if you don't like cooking, I know pasta and pesto is probably like the best bet for people. I know when I lived out for my third year, which I'll do a video on in a few weeks time, I know when I lived out it was one of those things where I was literally just like, I couldn't just stick to like one thing. As you like, if you guys know my Instagram, this is my Instagram here, I do loads of food videos. I absolutely love food, and it's one of those things where I don't think I can just keep to pasta and pesto, but I'm not judging. But it is quite affordable. I know that the Tesco's and Sainsbury's and places like that, they actually have a certain time that they reduce items. So I will try and look into that. I would say the Tesco's Express that was near me used to do I think it was like 3:30, 6:30 and like 10 p.m. or something like that, and they would always do a reduced like section, and we would always get the best of the best there because we were only 2 seconds away from that Tesco, so it was amazing. But yeah, I would say it's affordable, but just don't waste your money on alcohol. The best thing is to pre-drink before and making sure that you have drinks, maybe sober after. But if you don't want to, live your life. Like, I'm not telling you how to live your life at all. It's just what I would do. Do you have interviews for this course? Now, I know a lot of people have asked me this question on many placements. My experience was very different. I wasn't able to do an interview only because there was no interview needed, and it was all done online. I'm not sure if it changes now or it's changed or whatever for the courses or whatever courses you're taking, but for me personally, I didn't have any interviews. So there is another question, which is how do you keep on top with homework, coursework, as well as getting to know the people on your course and exploring the city? So it seems like there are a lot of people who are wondering kind of how do you juggle. I would definitely say get a diary. So make sure within your course you're keeping on top of it. If there is something that you're unsure of, then just literally ask your lecturer. It would probably be best to like ask them straight away, to be like, well, I don't understand this, can I please have some clarification, or kind of ask maybe what they're teaching in the next lecture. I know a lot of people within my course kind of, we had this teacher, I can't remember his name, I would say his name, I think his name was Paul. I want to say it was Paul, and everyone didn't even understand how he was a lecturer because he would just waffle on and he would say some random crazy stuff, and we would just be staring at him like, how are you teaching us? So what I did for his lessons was that I would take as many notes down as I could, look back at the slideshows that he would do, and basically just learn on my own. It doesn't sound great. It's one of those things where I got a lot of friends to kind of study with me, and it was just one of those things where I was literally looking at him like, I have no clue what you're on about, I'm gonna fail. Like, I literally looked at him like, I have no clue what is going on, I don't know what to do. A lot of people complained about him, nothing got done, and I was looking at it like, if I don't do something now, it's one of those things where I really just have to either go forth with how I'm learning or do something about it. Sometimes you have lecturers like that, they would literally just read off a slide and he would have so many spelling mistakes, or his sentences wouldn't make sense. He was sometimes late to his lectures, he sometimes didn't even turn up to his lectures. Sometimes I didn't turn up to lectures, but it was just, it's honestly guys, it's one of those things where at university that stuff happens. And keeping on top with coursework, I would definitely say get invested in a diary and just say what is going on in that week or in those certain months. Say if you're going to go out for a birthday, are you on top with your coursework? If not, is there anything that you can do to be on top of it so you feel a little better when you do go out? Because the last thing you want to do is start crying about like your ex as well as your coursework. Like, there's too much stress going on, and I feel like there's no point doing that. So I definitely would say try and get on top of it, even if it does mean you have to miss out on a few nights out. Even if it's the best nights for those people, I think you really need to get your hands down? No. You need to get your head down into those books and literally just study hard. Again, I would say it's just people knowing friends of friends, going to like university activities. Maybe there's something that you're interested in, maybe your friend doesn't want to go with you, just go on your own. Like, at the end of the day, they might not be your friend for the rest of your life. Like, it's one of those things, like, if there's something you really enjoy, just go for it. Like, just have your fun your own way. If it's making YouTube videos, go for it. If it's doing a blog, if it's doing fashion, if it's cooking, literally whatever it is, just do it. And I think I wanted to start YouTube at uni. I wanted to start YouTube in the first lockdown. I wanted to start YouTube now. And I'm trying, and I've got this free time and I feel like I'm just going to go for it. And I really do want to go for it, so this is why I'm here. I feel like this has been a very deep like motivational video. I hope you guys enjoy. But yeah, I feel like it's one of those things, second year, it's so hard, but it's definitely worth it in the end. Again, if you don't know how to study, if you're unsure of different lectures, what's going on, if you've missed them, definitely just email your lecturer, just be like, I'm struggling, I need help, and I'm pretty sure most of the time they will get back to you. They would be more than happy to help you, because obviously they don't want to see you fail. It goes against their credibility as a lecturer, obviously, so it's one of those things where I don't think they'd want you to fail, even though sometimes they can be harsh on you or the worst teacher ever. You will thank them at the end of the day when you're standing on the little stage getting your degree. But yeah, honestly guys, enjoy your second year. I get it can be hard, but it's literally hard for everyone, so don't think nobody is in those shoes that you're in right now. I'm gonna love you and leave you, but I do hope this has kind of like answered your questions. Like I said, I was gonna do a haul today, but I just thought I needed to speak to you guys about second year of uni. And yeah, I guess this is the video. I do apologise if it's all over the place. I'll try and edit it the best I can, or hopefully I've edited it as best as I can. I will try and do timestamps of the questions, so it's just easier if you guys want to see anything within this video and it's too long basically and you only want a few answers. I will try and timestamp this video for you guys. But again, I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, then make sure you like, share and subscribe. I will definitely keep on uploading. My uploads will probably be around 5:30 p.m. maybe on Sundays. I'm not sure about the timing yet. But my next video hopefully will be a haul. But yeah, I'm gonna love you and leave you. I hope you enjoyed this video, and yeah, I shall see you next week. Thank you so much guys, and I hope you have a wonderful day, and I hope I answered all your questions. Bye guys.